Hello, my dear students. Well, I'm how to say, if I said I'm very glad to be talking to you right now. So yeah, perhaps that would be true. Anyway, I'm greeting those of you who are ready to work hard, along with me and some of my students. And for today's lesson, I have prepared some extra activities in order to improve your writing skills. Well, the first one is the following: find mistakes, if any. So I believe that it's very important that you can identify them when you are about to write an essay, regardless of its type. It can be a short essay, a macro essay, a full IELTS or TOEFL essay, you name it. It doesn't matter. Well, because at any rate, you write something, and that means that you are supposed to activate all your knowledge. Well, and you therefore can come across any possible situation. Well, I have prepared these things. Hold on a sec, please. Yeah. Hold on a sec, please. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first assignment. Find mistakes, if any. Let's take a look at these sentences. There are as many as 5 of them, but these are not sentences but micro texts, which makes the matter a bit more challenging. Well, be careful, double check your ideas. I will give you some time so that you spot the mistake or mistakes in each of the given sentences to check yourselves, okay? So while you're trying to find the mistakes, so I will read them out one by one. She's been in love with me since 1999. Oh gosh, it's incredible, but whenever she sees me, she gives me to understand what feelings she's got towards me. I don't feel okay because I'm married. Okay, the next. The problem is that she heard me to sing a Spanish song, and since then, she has been constantly firing at me with questions related to the correct use of Spanish. I was living in that country from two, okay, and suddenly, while living there, I picked up some Spanish, but it would be wrong to believe that I am quite good at speaking Spanish. Okay, well, yesterday I could finally get through to a friend of mine residing in France. We haven't seen each other for a long time. She was very upset. When I called her up, she said she has been fired, although she has been working for the company for 15 years. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, okay. So let's proceed to the first one. What are the possible scenarios set by the author? That means me. Well, has been in love. The present perfect tense here has been. We should ask ourselves whether or not we should use this tense in this particular sentence. Actually, yes, because we've got the word since 1999. Since that time up till until now, and that means that we're supposed to use the present perfect tense. So it is okay. It is okay. It's incredible, but whenever she sees me. Yeah, present simple. It's okay. Whenever is also okay. She gives me to understand. It's a typical phrase. She gives me a hint or she gives me to understand. So far, so good. What feelings she's got towards me? Have got, has got. Yeah, she has got something. I have got something, so it's okay. What feelings? Towards me or to me, it's okay. I don't feel okay because I'm married. I am married. I don't feel okay. So I haven't seen I'm sorry, I haven't identified any mistake in this sentence. So I believe it's okay. I believe the sentence is okay because in my not humble opinion, it doesn't contain any mistake. So let's proceed to the second one. The problem is that she heard me to sing a Spanish song. So what are the problematic parts in this sentence? The problem is, okay, the subject, the verb, okay, conjunction that, okay, the subject, the heard, the verb heard, okay, and this is the mistake. Oh, yeah, this is the mistake. She heard me to sing. It's a, how to say, it's complex object. So heard whom? Me, and me do something. Remember that after the verb here, we never use to. It's a mistake to say like this. I heard somebody do something. No, to do something. It's wrong. Without to, it's okay. So it should be like this. The problem is that she heard me sing, or you can say singing, a Spanish song. The article, yeah, because we talk about one song and we didn't talk about any song before. Since then, so these two words should make us alert because we are supposed to use the present perfect tense and after such words, and we've got it here, has been. Constantly firing, yeah, the present perfect continuous tense because of the word constantly. It adds some extra meaning because it annoys me. That's why instead of the present perfect tense, I use the present perfect continuous tense. Yes, it's okay. And me with questions related, yes, okay, to the correct use of English. Because of the preposition of, I use the article there. It's okay. And I don't use the word language, just Spanish. Okay. I was living the past continuous tense. We must be careful about that. There should be some reasons to use the past continuous tense. Oh, and we've got it. Now we've got a reason to use the past continuous tense in this sentence because we've got a period in the past. From to, that means that we talk about an activity which progressed within a period in the past. It's okay. Certainly while living there, while living, it's okay because of the word while we can use um, this word. I picked up some Spanish, okay? It would be wrong to believe. Yeah, when the person isn't sure about what he is going to say, so we use the would verb. Yeah, it would be wrong to believe that I am quite good at speaking. Yeah, at is a preposition. That's why we use the gerund speaking Spanish. So there is only one mistake in this sentence, this one. The incorrect use of the complex object construction. Remember that after the verb here, let's write down these verbs. So here, then see, then okay, feel. What else? Okay, make. Sorry, make. Mm, make. Let. So here, see, feel, make, let, have. After these verbs, we never use to. For example, I saw her do that. I felt him touch me. She made me do that. I let her do that. My mother had me uh, do something. So let's proceed to the third one. Yesterday, I could finally get through to a friend of mine. Yeah, a friend of mine is a very interesting expression. Please be aware that we normally should use this expression instead of the phrase my friend. Because if you say my friend, that means that you've got only one friend. But in this particular case, you are talking about one of them. For that reason, we say a friend of mine. And we use the modal verb could in its past form, and that's why we use only so-called bare infinitive. And what is a bare infinitive? It is infinitive without to. Yes, I could finally get through to a friend of mine. Doing what? Residing in France. It's a possible one construction. It's okay. It's not a gerund because it answers the question doing what. That's why everything's fine. We haven't seen each other for a long time. Yes, it's okay. Well, that means that a long time ago we stopped seeing each other and it's still the same now these days. That's why we use the present perfect tense. It's okay. She was very upset when I called her up. Past plus past. Yes, it's okay. She said she has been fired, although she has been working. Yeah, this is the problematic part of the sentence. You see, I would like you to draw your attention to the verb said. It's taken in the past form, and therefore the other verbs in the sentence can't be taken in the present tense. Never. That's why the present perfect tense in the passive voice has been fired should be transformed into the past perfect tense. She said she had been fired because the first verb is taken in the past simple form. Okay. And the same reasons here, not has been working, but had been working, this past perfect continuous tense. Because the first verb is taken in the past simple tense. That's why the other verbs in the same sentence can't be in either present, not to mention future tense. Well, okay, for 15 years, correct, with, during that period of time, or for 15 years, okay. She also added she wished she hadn't settled down in France. Yes, it's correct. We remember that after the I wish construction, we never use either present or future tense, okay? Um, and we've got only two options to choose from, either the past simple tense or the past perfect tense, mainly. And because so we understand that she's sorry about doing something in the past. In other words, there is a reference to the past, and for that reason, we use the past perfect tense. Everything's fine here. So, what's the problematic part here? It should be has. It should be has. I'm sorry, I've done something wrong. Yeah, okay. Let it be like this. Yeah, should be had, and here the same. Uh, had been working. Okay, let's proceed to the fourth sentence. My spouse's friend is into traveling. First of all, we understand, we identify that this word is nothing but a gerund. Why a gerund? Because it follows the preposition into. We remember that we're supposed to use gerunds after prepositions. This is the case. So everything's fine about this sentence. Whenever he has the slightest opportunity to set off somewhere he hasn't been to yet, he never misses the chance. Whenever implies the use of the present simple tense. He has is the present simple tense, so it's okay. Slightest. Many people believe that whenever we use the um, this form of comparison, superlative degree of comparison, we are supposed to use the article there always. No. So it means one of slightest opportunities. That's why we can use a. But then the infinitive, we use infinitive. Yes, it's okay to use infinitive here whenever he has a slight opportunity to do what? To set off somewhere, and he hasn't been to yet. Somewhere he hasn't been to yet. Yeah, the use of the present perfect tense in this sentence is correct because we talk about somebody's life experience, and whenever we talk about it, we use the present perfect tense. He never misses the chance, right? Why the chance? Because we have described the chance, what it is here, to go somewhere. For instance, comma, yes, this year, okay. This year isn't over yet. That's why we'd better use the present perfect tense, and it's used here. Has visited Aleut Islands. Oh, this is the mistake. Yes. Surprisingly, this is the mistake. I will tell you why. Uh, sorry. Come on. Yeah. Um, what's wrong with you? Whenever we talk about a group of something, we are supposed to use the article the. It's a very important rule. You'd better bear it in mind all the time when you speak English. Again, look, if you know the rule that we are supposed to use the article there before the name of such countries as the United States of America, okay, the United Kingdom, okay, the United Arabic Emirates, the Russian Federation, for example. Why? Because whenever we talk about either of the countries I've just mentioned, we mean a group of states. You see, United States of America. It's a group of states located in America, and they make up one country. That's why we use that. It's a group of states. The Arabic Emirates. So we talk about a group of Emirates. The United Kingdom. We talk about a group of kingdoms located there in Great Britain. It's England and Scotland. The Russian Federation, we talk about a group of republics which make up Russia. That's why we say the Russian Federation. And here, Allied Islands, it's a group of islands located in a particular geographical spot. For that reason, we use the Allied Islands. Why do we say, for example, the Smoky Mountains? You see, Smoky Mountains. It's a group of mountains located in a particular place. Um, and that's why we say there. But if we talk about only one mountain, we never use the article there. Neither do we use the article there before one island, never. But if we talk about a group of islands, yeah, we say there. The same. When we talk about a group of people who share one common feature, for example, rich people, we can say rich people or the rich. So if we continue the logic, we can say, okay, the red. That means people whose hair is red, the red, etc. Remember, a group of of, of objects having the same feature or sharing the same feature. So let's continue. I'm pretty sure that if he weren't rich, he couldn't. Yeah, the second conditional structure. We remember that in the second conditional structure, after if we use the past simple tense, we've got it here, weren't. And here, the past simple tense couldn't go. Yeah, it's okay. To other countries so often. Other countries, yeah, it's okay. We don't know which countries are meant. That's why we use new article. We don't use the article there. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. One of my classmates, okay, has been seriously ill over the last 3 weeks, which means that 3 weeks ago he started to feel that way and feel the same way now too. For that reason, we use the present perfect tense. Has been seriously ill. It's okay. The point is that he has been smoking heavily for 15 years. Again, 15 years ago, he started to smoke heavily, and he does the same these days as well. So again, we use the present perfect continuous tense. It's okay. And therefore, yesterday he discussed, yesterday, past simple, okay. He discussed what it may lead to with his doctor. Again, the same rule we talked about a bit earlier. You see, yesterday, we've got the reference to the past. That's why I use the past simple tense, discussed. And if the first verb has been taken in the past form, we can't use the rest of verbs in the same sentence in the present tense. But may is the present simple tense form. Instead of may, we should use might. And in this case, everything is fine. Yesterday, he discussed what it might lead to his with his doctor. The letter, yeah, the letter means the last mentioned one, and it is doctor, asked that he stops smoking. Yeah, this is another mistake. Stops. This is the mistake. You see the verb asked. The verb asked implies the use of the of so-called subjunctive mood. And what's the structure of the subjunctive mood in this particular case? We use only the bare infinitive. It should be the letter asked that he stop smoking immediately. Remember that whenever we aren't sure whether or not somebody uh, does what you ask him about, what you ask him for, in this case we use the subjunctive mood, which is the use of a bare infinitive. For example, mm-hmm, well, it's important that you that he do it. It's important that you do it. Yes, but it's important that you that he does it. No. Regardless of the subject, we use only the bare infinitive. Only. Yeah, this is a typical subjunctive mood structure. Okay, and you should ask your teachers for a complete list of these structures, so that you know after which verbs and after which expressions you should use only the bare infinitive. One of them is this one. Look, for example, it's absolutely imperative that she come here on time. You see, as a typical subjunctive mood construction, we can paraphrase it saying, "Oh, it's very important for her to come here on time." It's okay, but it is a bit simplified. A higher version is this one. It is absolutely important, or it's absolutely imperative that she come here on time. Okay, so far so good. Thank you. That's been the first type of work. The first type of work, and in the second one, uh, I want to offer another assignment. So here it is. Amend the following text fragments so that they become much better in stylistic terms. In stylistic terms, it's not, again, it's not that easy to do. First of all, as they say, tastes differ. That means that somebody can believe that, oh, I like this style, and I don't think that we should change anything about that. Others looking at the same version can say, oh, it's rubbish. We better do something about that. Okay, until it's too late. So um, let's do something. I will send you. Oh, no, no need. So I will repeat the assignment itself again. So amend, which means correct and do something. Amend the following text fragments so that they become much better in stylistic terms. For your consideration, I'm offering a dialogue between an examiner and an examination applicant. Okay, and of course we're going to change not the examiner's question, but the applicant's answer. The first question is the following. So how much money, how much money could make you happy, could make you happy? I hope you understand it's not an easy question to answer. I know that some of my colleagues living abroad use some of my tricky and provocative questions in order to organize speaking clubs. So it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Use it. I mean, use my questions. That would make me only happy. So I will start from answering this question at elementary level in order to have something to amend. Okay. So let's get started then. Well, let me. No, 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 no. Please give it back. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's um it's not easy. It's not easy to answer the question. It depends. It depends on what people need. Okay. Somebody needs somebody needs money for buying uh, food and water. It's true, by the way. I have seen such people. They live in Africa, and the top happiness level for them is to have such things. Okay, and and that is super happiness, super happiness for them, for them. Such people need, such people need about $400. Of course, in US dollars, $400. $400. Uh, okay, $400. Others uh, need more money. Others need more money in order to have what, for example? Okay, in order to have fun in a nightclub. I'm sorry, in a nightclub. Uh, in a nightclub. Rich people, rich people usually spend more, and that is why they need more. It's true. As for me, as for me, I will be happy. I will be happy if I earn about 450 bucks. Okay, the sum will cover cover what? Okay, my daily expenses, and also I could go to the cinema with my friends, because I like it, because I like it. Okay, let be this as the basis for our future development. This is an elementary model answer. Let's first of all analyze its quality. Well, for an elementary student is okay. For an elementary student, such an answer is okay. Well, it contains some specific information answering the main question. Well, because the speaker replies saying out the sum of the money he needs in order to be happy. He goes into detail, telling us what exactly he would pay for. to live more or less properly, and even to go to the cinema. So, on the whole, it's okay to speak this way to answer the question that such a way, but I guess you see that it is a rather primitive. Why am I saying like this? Because the sentences are not connected with each other with the help of linking devices, right? We talked about this previously. Also, the grammatical structures aren't great. They are not heavy. They are not super duper. Well, and we need to do something about that. Again, our task is keeping the main message the same. We should amend the sentences somehow, okay? Let's do it. Let's do it somehow. The question is how. It's easy to say, oh, let's do it better. But when it comes to amending, so it's not that easy to do. Okay. We remember that we should start our writing or speaking with a leading phrase. Let's do that. So, well, I should admit that. I should admit, I'm sorry. If I were you, I would collect such phrases somewhere in a separate list to sporadically look at them when writing or speaking to memorize them. Okay, so, well, I should admit that I find your question, I find your question rather challenging to answer, rather challenging to answer, because it includes, because it includes many different aspects, including first of all, what yeah, of course, one's personality. Yeah, that's true. What I mean to say is that what I mean to say is that um, for someone, how can we extend it for someone residing in poorer countries of living, residing in poor countries with undeveloped infrastructure, having enough money to purchase instead of buy, to purchase potable water. Potable is a very good word, by the way. Potable water, and a piece of bread, and a piece of bread. A piece of bread is what they can dream of. Yes. Let's take a look at the sentences. Well, I should admit that these are leading phrases. This is a leading phrase. It's I always say that it's good to start any sentence with something like this. I find your question rather challenging. These words express the idea that it's not easy to answer the question because it includes many different aspects. At this point, you explain why you believe it's difficult to answer the question. And also you particularize what exactly is difficult about it. It's not stated in this version. And what is good about this sentence, we go into detail. we underline what exactly we believe is difficult about it. So the second sentence starts from another little phrase. What I mean to say is that another good expression which you should coin into your thesaurus for someone residing. I'm using the present, okay, possible one construction. Uh, it's a good thing to do. Remember that native speakers always use it. Someone doing what? Residing instead of living in poor countries with undeveloped infrastructure. We don't have any reference to any kind of infrastructure in the first version, but it's kind of extension. It is a vocabulary extension, which is very good. Having enough money to purchase blah, blah, blah is blah, blah, blah. So in this part of the sentence, having, it's a gerund and it functions as the subject. Having this and the so is the verb. So having is, it's okay. Having enough money to do what? To purchase. I'm using the infinitive of purpose. Then instead of just water, I write potable water to show the examiner that I know such a word as well. It makes my writing much better in vocabulary terms. And a piece of bread, and just bread is what they can dream of. Is what they can dream of. Yeah. Okay. The next is what can we write? Now we compare. We have just written something about poor guys. Now let's write uh, rich guys, because according to the plot of the first version, so we compare them. For others, doing what? Living in relatively rich states instead of countries. With now extension, with an access to, let be both intellectual and material assets. Assets is the word which means treasure, right? Assets. The happiness, uh, the happiness or better say financial minimum. Okay, the happiness financial minimum is in the vicinity of 5 grand per month. Let's take a look at this sentence. Where's the beginning? For others living in relatively rich states. So grammatically, it's okay because I'm using the possible one construction. Okay. What is good here? An access to, an excess. Then I use the construction both and. Then I'm using the word assets. And this application is good. Happiness financial minimum. Then I use the words in the vicinity of. This expression is absolutely important for those of you who want to take the IELTS examination because it's widely used in writing task 1 assignments. In the vicinity of, which means which is roughly equal to 5 grand. Instead of writing 5,000, I use the word grand. And remember, as isn't added to the word grand. So in the vicinity of 5 grand per month. So I explain what it is like to live in a rich country. Okay, in the vicinity of 5 grand. Okay, personally, now it's time to talk about myself, right? Because I'm supposed to ask this question. So personally, what's wrong? The spelling personally. Personally, as I'm only a student, as I'm only a student. Okay, extension. Who doesn't have to, who doesn't have to provide his family, his family with money. I would say that I would say that I would say that what can we say? I would say that if I could earn uh, say from 400 to $500 a month. Too much love will kill you. A month. Um, again, part for one. Doing what? Doing a job related to my education because I'm a student. To my education, I would be a happy guy. So, what is good about this sentence again? Um, I answer the question saying what exactly um, I would like to, how much money would make me happy, this sum. Then I explain, I give some extension. I say that I would like to do a job which is related to my education. Um, yeah, okay. So this is the amendment which can be made on the basis of this answer. Well, as you see, again, we use extensions, which, what is an extension? Extension contains some uh, relevant examples. Well, and we use extra super duper grammatical structures. For example, here I use this the I would construction, which is the second conditional structure. I use gerunds, I use infinitives, and I use modal verbs. So anything which could bring up my score for writing. Well, and in vocabulary terms, I use more, I'd say, more advanced words. For example, what are they? Aspects, then personality, then residing, infrastructure, then, okay, relatively, yes, states, sensitive countries, intellectual, assets, right? Then minimum, okay, provide, yes, why not? So because of these words, the vocabulary component of my answer is okay too. So that was the first question. Let's proceed to the next one. It seems easy to answer, but remember, the rule is that the easier a question seems to be, the more challenging it is to answer. Yeah. Okay, here is the second question. So, I'm sorry, do you like your first name? Do you like your first name? Well, it's the opening question asked by the examiner. So, yeah, here it is. Now, let's answer this question pretending to be an elementary student. But remember, an elementary student doesn't mean that you come up with stupid answers, very easy, low-level answers. Of course, no. Even at the elementary level, you're supposed to come up with something good, worth the examiner's attention to your personality, to your education background, etc. So, oh yes. I like it very much. I like it very much. Let me a bit humorous, okay? My mother, my mother gave it to me, gave it to me. I'm sure in the example that I know how to use correctly the past simple tense because she thinks that names help people. For example, for example, my name, my name means means what? My name means clever. Okay. My name means clever. And you know what? And you know what? I am clever. I am clever. Many people, many people think I am like this. I am like this because I can speak good English. Okay, and what else? And I'm good at mathematics, of course, and I am good at mathematics. Those of you who know me, mathematics, I know that there are some guys, some followers of mine who have known me for a long time, and they aren't surprised to hear me saying that I like those who are good at mathematics. Perhaps maybe because I'm not good at mathematics, who knows? I feel kind of jealous to those who are good at mathematics. Okay, so many people think I'm like this because I can speak good English and I'm good at mathematics. Um, I never use, just to prove this idea, a calculator, a calculator, I'm sorry, a calculator when I buy something. I know that Oriental guys like to use the word bazaar. Well, actually, such word has been coined into the English language, but still, they themselves prefer to say open air market or street market. When I buy something in a street market, in a street market, it sounds good too. It sounds good too. Okay, it sounds good too. Okay, that is many girls, many girls like uh me, even uh they even if even if they didn't see me, didn't see me before. Wow. Sex bomb, sex bomb. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Why? Why did the song come to my mind now? Okay. If they didn't see me before, mm-hmm. Only because of the way my name sounds. Well, my name sounds. So I should make up this the name. Okay. They want to meet me. They want to meet me, and I like it very much. And I like it very much. Okay. In my native language, in my native language. Okay, it sounds like this. So this is how. Mhm. Kretina Masman. Okay. It sounds like this. Kretina Masman. Yeah, okay. So this is a model answer. It's not that bad as you may think of this. No, it's not that bad. Firstly, it is functional. What I mean by this, it answers the question put by the examiner. And in this answer, the applicant explains what exactly he likes about his first name. He gives some extra information. Who gave him the name? Mom. And he also gives two reasons why it's good, because what it means and why he likes it. In other words, in content terms, everything is more or less okay. But in grammatical terms and vocabulary terms, it's rather primitive. And we should change something. We should amend it for we mm, we make something better. So let's try to do that. Let's try to do that. Yes. Let's try to do that. But how? Oh, that's the question. Okay. Yeah, we remember that we use the leading phrases. Okay. First of all, I want to make the point that I adore my first name. Yeah, because the first idea of the initial version is that he likes it, right? And we do the same. We express the same idea, but through other words and grammatical structures. Okay. So first of all, I want to make the point that I adore my name. Okay, and it was my mom who. And now extension, we should give some extra information. It was my mom who made my dad agree to it. So it's good because uh, I use the causative verb here, showing that we don't use to after the verb make. So who made my father agree to it? Okay. Also, I should admit, again, another leading phrase, I should admit that, not admit, but add, I should add that my mother, yeah, my mother is quite superstitious, right? Because she believes in such sort of things, black cats, etc. Superstitious, superstitious. Okay. And again, we use the past for one construction. Doing what? Thinking that one's name, one's name, one's name can do what? Can affect, maybe. Can affect, which is the modal verb, can affect one's life. Yes, one's life. Okay. We can say how greatly. I will. Yeah. Okay. We can use this construction. The second conditional. I would be skeptic. I would be skeptic. I would be skeptic about that. About that. So skeptic. The spelling is wrong, right? Skeptic. Well, what's wrong about this word? Skeptic, skeptic. I don't know. Oh, what's wrong about this word? Oh, really? Okay, let it be so. Okay, so I would be skeptic about that unless the use of unless is very good. Unless one thing, uh, which no, not unless, but for no, yes, but for one thing, but for one thing, which proves that my mom's what my mom's position is not that groundless, you see, I'm using the second conditional structure. Besides, I'm using this super duper construction vocabulary, not groundless, which means there is a reason to think this way. Very nice. Okay. The point is that another leading phrase. The point is that my names translated as clever, and I haven't come across anybody who would state um, something opposite, uh, opposite after speaking to me. Yeah, okay. After speaking to me. Well, at least there are two reasons why I myself think I am far from being stupid. You see, I'm using a German because of the preposition far, preposition from, and I use the construction there are. At least there are two reasons why I myself think I'm far from being stupid. Firstly, it's a leading phrase. Firstly, yeah, I have, instead of saying I can speak English well, you can say I have a good command of English, right? And what else? And I am quite good at calculating. Again, I have decided to use this construction too because it shows the examiner that I know how to use gerunds correctly after prepositions. At is a preposition, that's why I'm using gerund. At calculating. Okay. Okay. I don't need any calculator. I don't need any calculator. Why any? Because it's a negative sentence and I show the examiner that I know how to use quantifiers correctly. Some turns into any in a negative or interrogative sentences. Okay. I don't need any calculator when purchasing. Okay, something in an open air market. So I guess I should extend because I do the calculations. I do the calculations fast and inwardly. How I wish I could do that. Okay. Moreover, phonetically, phonetically, my name sounds so great that many girls are eager to have a rendezvous. Yeah, it's a French word, a rendezvous. A rendezvous without any delay. With me, without any delay. In my native language, it sounds like this. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, it's turned out to be a bit funny because of the word choice here. I mean, this one. Those of you who can speak a particular language can understand what I mean. I hope that you will smile while watching this part of the video. Well, what is my message? If you want to start writing effectively, you should start practicing this activity, doing this activity as often as possible. First of all, you write a short elementary level, I wouldn't say blueprint version, and then you extend each of the sentences, adding extra super duper grammatical structures and vocabulary units in order to make it much better. Okay, and you shouldn't forget about extensions. Extensions are parts of sentences which contain some extra information, right? Some extra particularities. And also you should bear in mind the use of linking devices. Remember that it's a good style when you start writing not from the sentence itself, but from leading phrases. First of all, for example, okay, I want to say that, okay, I want to make the point that there are many of them. You can download the list from the internet, but better if you work out your own and keep it somewhere at hand in order to look at the list now and then when writing and speaking too, by the way. Especially it is applicable to those of you who are planning to take the IELTS examination, because it is absolutely imperative that you use such phrases when you speak to the examiner in the third part, when they will fire at you with lots of questions in order to prove whether or not you can generalize your ideas. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that this lesson will help you to move further in the direction of perfectness, writing perfectness. Thank you very much. If you've got any questions, please write to me. I will try to answer your questions if I can. Thank you and goodbye.